Hello, my name is Yoonseo Mok, and I'm a PhD student in epidemiology at the University of Michigan School of Public Health. My research interests are in understanding how tobacco use behaviors are changing as new tobacco products continue to emerge. To answer these questions, I work with large nationally representative data sets, including the population assessment of tobacco and health or PATH study and the NHIS and USCPS data. A central part of my research is computational modeling. I use survey-weighted regression models, age-period cohort models, and multi-state transition models to better understand how people initiate, quit, switch, or use multiple tobacco products over time. These approaches help us estimate how behaviors evolve and identify factors associated with those changes and generate evidence that can inform tobacco regulatory decisions. I enjoy this type of work because it combines quantitative methods with questions that have direct public health and policy relevance. So my journey into tobacco regulatory science began during my master's training at the University of Michigan. For my ILE project, I studied whether e-cigarette use and e-cigarette flavors were associated with cigarette smoking quit attempts and quit success using the TUS-CPS data. So working on the project introduced me to nationally representative tobacco data and gave me my first experience applying statistical methods to question directly relevant to tobacco regulation. And as I continued my research, I became interested in how tobacco use behaviors evolve over time. Since the tobacco product landscape has changed dramatically over the past decade with the emergence of e-cigarettes and nicotine pouches and other tobacco products, this motivated me to learn more advanced computational approaches, particularly multi-state transition modeling to better understand how individuals transitions between different tobacco products and how these patterns may influence future health outcomes. So today, my research has expanded to include tobacco and cannabis co-use. And I am interested in understanding how different tobacco products are associated with different modes of cannabis use, such as smoking, vaping, and blunt use. And how these behaviors influence future tobacco use transitions. My long-term goal is to generate evidence that helps better understand the evolving tobacco and nicotine landscape and support evidence-based tobacco control policies. So for others who are interested in tobacco regulatory science, my biggest piece of advice is to build a strong quantitative foundation while always keeping the public health question in mind. I also encourage to seek for collaborations. One of the most rewarding aspects of being part of CAsToR has been the opportunity to learn from researchers in epidemiology, biostatistics, behavioral science, economics, and public policy. Those collaborations have broadened my perspective and strengthened both my research and my professional development. So looking ahead, I believe computational modeling will play an increasingly important role in informing regulatory science, and I am excited to contribute to that work. Thank you so much for watching.